every year, Sibos likes to partner with a charity in the host country so that it can support a local cause with its global scale and reach.
This year, it's Germany's Children for a Better World organisation that's benefiting from that headline attention here in Frankfurt. Earlier, we spoke to Dr. Anna Rachlitz, who's the charity's managing director, and began by asking her to explain the core mission that drives her work.
Children for a Better World is a children's aid organization based in Munich, but we are operating Germany-wide. We were founded in 1994, and our mission is to empower children and young people to unlock their potential. So what we want is strong kids that take responsibility, that trust in themselves, and that try to create a good future for themselves and also for others.
Now, your organisation addresses child poverty and opportunities for young people. Can you just tell us a little bit about some of the key programs and how they work in practice?
Yeah, sure. We have 4 programs. They are all about real opportunities for children and young people. One is our Children Discover program, where we target disadvantaged neighborhoods all across Germany in over 60 cities. We try to encourage participation, make children to strengthen their potentials, gain self-confidence, and with that, create social mobility. We also do have a second program that is called Youth Helps, where we support young children and also young people who are coming up with their own programs and projects. So we provide funding, but also mentoring, and we open up our network for them. Furthermore, we also have children's councils where children meet and decide about the allocation of funds themselves without any adult involved in the discussion. So they learn to discuss, find compromises, but also mainly take responsibility for others. And we have a 4th program pillar that is called Generation Germany, where it's all about democracy, dialogue, and active society. So our goal is to, on the one hand, meet urgent needs, but mainly open doors for participation.
In terms of real-world outcomes, Anna, how do you measure the difference your initiatives are making in children's lives? And could you perhaps share a story or an example that illustrates the impact?
Yeah, sure. We do have an annual evaluation with a set bunch of indicators. So we make sure that we are on the right track. We use the results more as a compass. An example would be that I really like to tell is a story from Meissen, and it's also about a disadvantaged neighborhood. So it's young boys that just dropped out of school, 11 to 13 years old. And these boys had a dream. They wanted to eat a doner kebab in Berlin. So what we did is we provided a budget for their trip and handed over the complete planning to them. So they had to plan their route, they had to plan accommodation, everything. And what they did is they opened a bike workshop. They repaired old bikes. Some of them learned how to cycle. And they took this long ride from Meissen to Berlin, which is around 200 k's. So they didn't only cycle, but they learned a lot about teamwork. They gained confidence, believed in their future. And when they arrived in Berlin at Alexanderplatz and had the doner kebab, they were super proud about what they had achieved. So this is basically how we work. You can also break that down in numbers, of course. We have close to 97% of young people that learn to get to know new living environments. We have almost exactly the same number that gain self-esteem via participation of our program, and 94% gain new social skills.
That's a wonderful example that you raised and very heartwarming to see it all in practice. Now, was there a recent moment that really touched you personally so deeply where you thought all the effort is worth it?
Well, I mean, I could continue the story from Meissen maybe. was one of the boys that participated in this bike ride, had a talk with one of his teachers, and the teacher actually doubted that he would make it to secondary school. So this boy replied very politely but very clear. And he said, well, you know, I cycled 200 kilometers to Berlin, so I can do more, and I want to go to the secondary school. So I think actually what this shows is that even small successes like this one can have a big impact. So this boy reached Berlin, but now he really believes in himself, right? So I think we do not reach every child, but every single story makes the effort worthwhile.
Now, many impactful NGOs thrive through partnerships. How does collaboration with companies, institutions, and communities help you guys achieve your goals?
Well, I mean, that is one of our main pillars. Partnerships, especially with companies, multiply our impact. So we have corporate partners that provide resources, but they also provide expertise. They also provide volunteers. So they, for example, run fundraising campaigns. They sell charity products and then donate to us. Their staff maybe participates in corporate runs, and they also do volunteering. So the impact is, of course, the children's benefit, but also for the companies participating is that they can strengthen their CSR appearance, but also have sort of a bonding moment with their staff members. So it's a win-win for all sides, I guess.
Well, Anna, thank you so much for sharing all of that, and we look forward to seeing all of your work in action. That was Dr. Anna Rachlitz, Managing Director of Children for a Better World. Thank you so much for tuning in.